the Prophet ﷺ taught us that one of the most valuable ways of finding friends is to be a good friend, and to not focus on quantity, but to focus on quality. The Prophet ﷺ, he gave a beautiful narration where he said, don't be angry with each other. Don't envy one another. These are things that deflate friendships immediately. Doesn't matter how close you are to somebody. If you're constantly angry with each other, or if you're constantly envious of one another, doesn't matter how close you are, that friendship is on its way out. So he said, don't envy one another, don't be angry with one another. And then he said, and be brothers. Be brothers. That's an expression being told to both people, not one. The Prophet ﷺ is not just telling someone, hey Farzan, be nice to AbdelRahman. AbdelRahman, be nice to Farzan. He's saying, AbdelRahman, if you want to be friends, then you got to be nice. You have to be. It's like what we teach children. I feel like I'm talking to my son. If you want to be friends, you got to be nice, right? And we laugh and we smile when it's an 8-year-old kid, but what about when it's a 28-year-old person? And I think a lot of times we expect that people should, there's like this weird, almost like matchmaking of friendships, right? Do we match this and that? Well, the only way that you're going to find out is if you can express your friendliness, your friendship, your brotherhood, your sisterhood in a way and in a space that gives you that opportunity. The masjid could be that for some people. Inshallah, that's one of the goals of the masjid, is to bring people together. It could be a community space, or as people call them sometimes, third spaces, right? Like Roots, like Mosaic in Chicago, like all these other projects that we see, mashallah, people taking off, Oasis as well. But really, spaces aside, it's about you as a person, and it's about your heart. Don't worry about numbers. Don't worry about how many people on Instagram or this and that. Don't worry about that stuff. Having a few good friends, and you and I are both old enough to know this, having a few good friends is really the way forward. You could have 30 people that know your name, 50 people that know your name. It doesn't matter, man. How many of them are going to call you when you're sick, right? The ACL thing I told you about. There were very few people out of the amount of people that I know that called and came over, right? And not to blame anybody, people got life circumstances. I get it, right? But it was very interesting to me that, out of everyone that I love, these guys, these 4 or 5 guys, these are the guys that when they're sick and I got to make sure that I make them feel this way too. And also even the guys that didn't, I'm going to maybe be a better friend, not than them, but than I used to be. I'm going to be better than I used to be. And when I find out that something's on their mind or they're struggling emotionally, mentally, physically, I'm going to make time to call them, to go by and see them. That way I can enhance this relationship because I'm not living up to my part of it, right? So the answer to your question again, people have to be more concerned. What kind of friend am I? Not what kind of friends are my friends. What kind of friend am I? If I'm always backbiting and lying and being mean and, making fun of somebody, how long is that friendship going to last? But if I'm the kind of guy that's thoughtful, that's intentional, that's kind with my words, that's complimentary, and just generally a good time to be around, then I guarantee you that you will find yourself, inshallah, surrounded by the people that you love.